here we are, our genetic code, we know is so important to us. And we know that when it functions properly, it makes the proteins that support our life. We also know that when our genetic code has mutations, and everyone has become familiar with this idea of mutated DNA, it tends to cause problems in our body if it can actually continue. So mutations that form actually all the time, most people don't know this, but DNA fixes these mutations silently. So we are not bothered by them. On average, a typical person has 10,000 mistakes made in their DNA every 24 hours. It's just a matter of the sheer volume of cell divisions and the machinery cranking along, chugging along. Listen, if you're in a factory, making a trillion shoes every single day, you are going to actually make a few shoes that are not going to be perfect, right? So 10,000 mistakes that get taken off the assembly line, and then the parts that are broken get fixed up, and then everything moves forward. So without even knowing it, our body is fixing itself and fixing these natural errors.
Meet Dr. William Li, a world-renowned Harvard-trained medical doctor, researcher, and president and founder of the Angiogenesis Foundation. His work has led to more than 40 FDA-approved therapeutics and devices for cancer, cardiovascular disease, wound healing, and vision loss. He is also a New York Times best-selling author of Eat to Beat Disease, The New Science of How Your Body Can Heal Itself, and Eat to Beat Diet, Burn Fat, Heal Your Metabolism, and Live Longer. Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Do not disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have read or seen in this video.
Our body fixes any errors that is made by the ultraviolet radiation from just regular sunlight. And what happens in a sun tanning booth, or when you burn yourself repeatedly at the beach, like getting 1 or 2 sunburns, not a big deal. But when you do that repeatedly, you overwhelm the defense systems, and that's where these mutations can actually accumulate. So DNA is actually really, by the way, we talk about the genetic code. Only 3% of our DNA is actually used to make the stuff that we need for life. The rest of it are all instructions, including instructions on how to fix itself.
DNA is often described as the body's genetic blueprint, a double helix structure that contains the instructions for every aspect of your health. Yet this blueprint is fragile and subject to damage from various sources, including environmental toxins, poor diet, and even stress. Dr. Li emphasizes that while our DNA is constantly under attack, it also has an extraordinary ability to repair itself.
And so this idea of repair, when people hear about antioxidant foods, what they're really talking about is adding foods into your body that can assist our DNA from warding off damage, because antioxidants kind of form like a shield to neutralize the incoming missiles from these activated chemicals, reactive chemicals that can actually damage our DNA. By the same token, the foods that we eat that actually create DNA damage because they have these chemicals that can actually generate the chemical ability to damage our DNA, our body has to fight against those as well. And so that's why we need to be mindful, as we sit down every day to make a decision about what we eat, or we go to the store to buy some food, we need to realize whatever we put into our body is either going to take our health down or build our health back up. And it all works at the level of the defense system.
One of the ways to support this natural repair process is through the food we eat. Dr. Li explains that certain nutrient-dense snacks not only help repair DNA, but also stimulate the production of stem cells, which are crucial for regenerating tissues and maintaining overall health. By incorporating these foods into your diet, you can actively protect and rejuvenate your body at a cellular level. Black raspberries.
Black raspberries. If you haven't heard of a black raspberry, basically it's a regular raspberry, except that it's a dark color. It's a special variety. And that dark color is due to the huge amount of anthocyanins. That's the bioactive. It's a natural dye. It's the same dye that makes blackberries black, all right, and blueberries blue. Makes the raspberry really dark. It's got ellagic acid, ellagitannins, anthocyanins in black raspberries.
Dr. Lee recommends black raspberries because they contain powerful natural compounds like ellagic acid, anthocyanins, and quercetin, which help repair DNA and boost stem cells. One of the key benefits of black raspberries is their ability to increase the number of stem cells that repair blood vessels. In a study done at Korea University Annam Hospital, 51 patients with metabolic syndrome, a condition that includes high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and other risk factors for heart disease, took black raspberry powder daily for 12 weeks.
In Korea, I've actually been studying the effects of eating black raspberries in people who have metabolic syndrome, right? So let me just tell you what metabolic syndrome is. This is actually a kind of a situation where you have all the makings that could lead you towards diabetes eventually. High blood pressure, high blood sugar, high blood cholesterol, and a large waist size, right? And the waist size gets big because the inside the tube of your body is fat that can actually grow. And when you're growing a lot of extra body fat, visceral fat, it stretches it out, the tube out from the inside out. And that's why you have to let out an extra hole in your belt because your waist has expanded. All right. So this is actually metabolic syndrome. And what these researchers did is they drew blood from their subjects at the beginning of the study, and then they gave everyone black raspberry powder. It's just basically dried black raspberries ground up every single day to consume for 12 weeks. All right. And another group was actually given placebo to be able to compare. And the results after 12 weeks showed that those people who were eating the black raspberry powder had a 30% increase in the number of stem cells they had in their blood, meaning that eating the black raspberries recruited more stem cells into their bloodstream, and these stem cells actually go on to repair organs and repair tissue that might be in need, damaged and in need of repair in metabolic syndrome. All right, that's really amazing. Eating black raspberries increased the number of stem cells in the blood by 30%.
The result was a 30% increase in their stem cells, while those who didn't take the powder actually saw a 35% drop in stem cells. These stem cells are important because they help repair damaged tissues and keep blood vessels healthy. The study also found that people who took black raspberry powder had less stiffness in their blood vessels, showing improved overall heart health. By eating black raspberries, you can support your body's ability to repair itself at the DNA level and promote better heart and blood vessel health. According to a review in Cancer Immunology Immunotherapy, a study explored the health benefits of black raspberries, particularly their effects on the immune system. Researchers focused on how certain compounds found in these berries can influence the behavior of immune cells, which are crucial for fighting diseases like cancer. The study found that black raspberries contain natural substances that can help regulate the growth and survival of specific immune cells, such as T lymphocytes and myeloid cells. One of the key discoveries was that the compounds in black raspberries help improve the immune response, which is important for cancer prevention and treatment. The researchers also noted that previous clinical trials involving patients with colorectal cancer showed promising results when they consumed black raspberry powder. These trials indicated that the berries could help lower certain inflammatory markers in the body, which are often linked to cancer progression.
People who are eating black raspberry had better resiliency of their blood vessels. And you got 60,000 miles worth of blood vessels packed inside your body. Very, very important that they have the ability to be resilient, meaning that when you need more flow, faster flow, no problem. They have the capacity to handle it. This is actually a function of stem cells because blood vessels get hard and more rigid as we get older. So it turns out that eating black raspberries kept the blood vessels resilient and able to adapt to situations, the different situations that they're required to.
Black raspberries can be purchased from various sources depending on your location and the season. Fresh black raspberries are often available at grocery stores, particularly during the summer months when they are in season. Local farmers markets are another excellent option, as they frequently offer fresh, locally grown black raspberries, allowing you to support local agriculture while enjoying high-quality fruit. Health food stores may also carry fresh or frozen varieties of black raspberries, and online retailers provide the convenience of purchasing them through grocery delivery services or specialty food websites. For those who enjoy a hands-on experience, picking your own black raspberries at local farms during the harvest season can be a fun activity. When it comes to consuming black raspberries, there are many delicious ways to enjoy them. The simplest method is to wash and eat them fresh as a snack, as they are sweet and juicy. They can also be added to smoothies for a burst of flavor and nutrition, pairing well with yogurt, bananas, and other fruits. Tossing black raspberries into salads adds a sweet and tangy element that complements greens, nuts, and cheese beautifully. For dessert lovers, black raspberries can be used in pies, tarts, or crumbles, and they make excellent sauces or coulis to drizzle over cakes and ice cream. Additionally, you can incorporate them into baked goods like muffins, pancakes, or bread for added flavor. If you have excess black raspberries, consider freezing them for later use, as they can be added to smoothies, baked goods, or enjoyed as a frozen snack. By including black raspberries in your diet, you can savor their delicious taste while benefiting from their potential health properties. Mango.
Fruits are nutrient dense, and in addition to natural fructose, they also have natural bioactives like dietary fiber and polyphenols and micronutrients like vitamins and minerals. And all those things add up and they counter the potential issues related to sugar in the fruit. And by the way, your body needs sugar anyway. Your brain requires sugar, your muscles require sugar, and so fruit actually improves your overall health.
Eating mangoes regularly can help support your body's natural healing processes, improve blood sugar levels, and promote overall health. Lee recommends mangoes because they are not only tasty, but also have impressive health benefits. Mangoes contain a special compound called mangiferin.
I love mangoes. I love a really sweet mango. Mangoes are a great source of dietary fiber, and they actually have a bioactive called mangiferin. All right. Now, mangiferin helps stem cells protect themselves, and you want stem cells to be protected in order to be able to help them do all they can do. Now, when do stem cells get injured or assaulted where you need to protect them? Turns out that if you have too much sugar in the bloodstream, now admittedly mangoes are pretty sweet, but if you have hyperglycemia, so this is people with diabetes or prediabetes, the super high sugary blood content actually stuns stem cells. Super high salt content stuns stem cells. Mangiferin can protect against that. And the other thing that injures stem cells or stuns stem cells, cigarette smoke, primary cigarette smoke, secondary smoke, actually will stun your stem cells. And drinking alcohol is really, really bad for your stem cells. And so is super high blood lipids or cholesterol in your bloodstream. That also stuns your stem cells. Look, I talked about a lot of situations that can stun your stem cells. That's why I brought up mangoes, because mangiferin protects your stem cells. All right, it's kind of like a little shield around the stem cells because all these other forces might be weakening them.
Which has been shown to help with several health issues, including diabetes and tissue repair. In studies, mangiferin was found to help the body make more insulin by increasing the number of cells in the pancreas that produce it, improving blood sugar control. It's also been shown to help regenerate bone tissue. While these studies used higher amounts of mangiferin than you'd get from eating mangoes, they show how powerful this fruit can be. Even mango leaves can have significant health benefits.
Mango, very, very sweet, right? But mangoes actually have dietary fiber, a lot of fiber. And if you take a look at a mango, you'll see a lot of fiber. And it has a polyphenol called mangiferin. Mangoes, mangiferin, and mangiferin has anti-inflammatory properties. You don't get that from processed sugar.
According to a review in the journal Antioxidants, a study looked at the benefits of mango leaves for heart health. Researchers tested extracts from mango leaves, olive leaves, and red grape pomace on special cells called endothelial colony-forming cells, which help repair blood vessels. The study found that the extracts, especially from mango leaves, improved the function of these cells. They help the cells grow and repair blood vessels, while also reducing cell death and inflammation. This means that the antioxidants in mango leaves could be helpful for heart health by supporting the repair of damaged blood vessels. Overall, the study suggests that natural sources like mango leaves could be useful in treating heart-related issues. When it comes to buying mangoes, you can find them at most grocery stores, farmers markets, and specialty fruit shops. Popular grocery chains often carry fresh mangoes, especially during the peak mango season, which varies by region, but typically runs from late spring to summer. You can also purchase mangoes online through various grocery delivery services.
Let's see, what can I tell you about mangoes that I like to do with mangoes? Well, of course, I love to eat just sliced ripe mango. Okay, and you can even cook with green mango. Take a look at some Thai dishes with green mango. But you can make a smoothie. You can make a shake out of a mango. What I would tell you is if you're going to use mango in a smoothie or shake, be very careful because it does have a lot of sugar, and you can actually make a pretty tall glass with a bunch of mangoes in it. And that's a lot of the big sugar load. So I prefer to recommend that you actually eat sliced ripe fruit. Make sure it's ripe. The mango gives a little bit. That's actually the best way to actually have it.
As for how much to eat, a typical serving size of mango is about 1 cup of sliced fruit, which is roughly equivalent to 1 medium-sized mango. This serving provides a good amount of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Mangoes make a great addition to breakfast smoothies, salads, or yogurt, and can also be eaten as a healthy snack or dessert. Just be mindful of your overall fruit intake, especially if you're watching your sugar consumption, as mangoes are relatively high in natural sugars compared to some other fruits. Enjoying them in moderation as part of a balanced diet is key. If you've found value in this video so far and appreciate the many hours of effort that went into creating it, please consider liking the video and leaving a comment to support the channel. Purple potatoes.
Purple potatoes. If you haven't seen a purple potato, it is a beautiful potato. Regular potatoes, kind of brown, dirty looking. Purple potato, you could tell even from the outside. There's something interesting because it's purplish on the outside, but when you cut it in half and hold it open, man, that is a beautiful purple color. And the purple comes from a natural dye called anthocyanin. Anthocyanins are bioactives, and these bioactives, you guessed it, lower inflammation. They cut off the blood supply to tumors, anti-angiogenic against tumors, cuts off the blood supply feeding cancers. And there's one additional thing that I think is absolutely brilliant about purple potatoes, and the research that has been done on them in a lab, is that purple potatoes actually have been shown to kill cancer stem cells. Now, cancers are just an abnormal mass of cells, but when they keep on coming back, they need their own stem cells to regenerate themselves. You know, when a cancer patient actually has their tumor removed by surgery, treated by chemo or radiation, and you're done, right, for 5 years, but sometimes they come back. Well, the reason those cancer cells come back is because of their stem cells. That cancer figures out how to resurrect itself. And so purple potatoes actually have been shown to kill colon cancer stem cells. What an amazing thing. Plus, a beautiful food to boot.
Dr. Lee recommends purple potatoes because they have powerful health benefits, especially when it comes to fighting cancer and repairing DNA. Purple potatoes get their color from anthocyanins, which are antioxidants that help protect your cells from damage. Scientists at Penn State University studied how purple potatoes could affect colon cancer. In their research, they fed mice that were at high risk for colon cancer, the equivalent of 1 purple potato a day for a week. The results showed that the mice had 50% fewer tumors compared to those that didn't eat the potatoes. Even more impressive, purple potatoes helped kill cancer stem cells by cutting off important factors that help cancer grow. The study also showed that it didn't matter how the potatoes were prepared, baked, diced, or freeze-dried. The cancer-fighting properties stayed the same. This means purple potatoes are a great food to add to your diet to help protect your body and fight off diseases like cancer. They offer benefits that regular white potatoes don't have, making them a powerful addition to a healthy lifestyle. According to a review in the journal Nutrients, a study looked at the health benefits of a purple potato called Shadow Queen, which is high in natural compounds called anthocyanins. Researchers wanted to see if eating these potatoes could help increase certain stem cells in the blood and improve stress responses. In the study, 15 healthy adults aged 50 to 70 were split into 2 groups. One group ate Shadow Queen potatoes, while the other group ate a different type of potato with little to no anthocyanins. After 8 weeks, the researchers measured changes in stem cells and assessed stress and mood. The results showed that while the purple potatoes didn't significantly increase stem cells, they did help reduce stress, irritability, and depression in the participants. This suggests that the anthocyanins in shadow queen potatoes may improve mental well-being. Overall, the study indicates that including purple potatoes in our diet could be a simple and tasty way to help manage stress and support better mental health.
If you actually cook purple potatoes, steam them, saute them, bake them, do it however you like. You can make a purple potato soup. I have a recipe for purple potato gnocchi in my first book. Absolutely beautiful. If you want to actually make it even better for your gut microbiome, all right, because there's fiber in potato, you actually put it in the fridge, turns into resistant starch, easier to digest, and also helps your gut microbiome become healthier. So purple potatoes, check them out.
Purple potatoes can be found in several places. Many larger grocery stores carry them in the produce section, often featuring varieties like Purple Majesty, Viking Purple, or Shadow Queen. Additionally, local farmers markets are a great option, as they frequently offer a variety of potatoes, including purple ones, allowing you to support local agriculture and enjoy fresh produce. Health food stores that specialize in organic or health-conscious products may also stock purple potatoes, as they are considered a superfood due to their nutritional benefits. Red wine.
Dr. Lee, red wine is good for you, right? Well, now I just read that all wine's bad for you. And what I basically say when it comes to alcohol, because it's a triggering and somewhat controversial point. It is true that many epidemiological studies have shown that, drinking a glass or two, very moderate, red wine is associated with some beneficial health outcomes, lower risk of some diseases. But I will tell you that in no study, no research is alcohol, ethanol, okay, the stuff that's underlying, your whiskey, your beer, your wine. It's the alcohol is not actually good for you. Alcohol is a toxin, actually. And so a little bit though, as you say, if you're mostly healthy and your health defenses and your metabolism is very resilient, human body's amazing. There's no such thing as a superfood. It's a super body. And even if we slug down a glass of wine or sip a glass of wine or have a drink or two, our body will bounce back. It's only, again, continuous abuse of that system that will let you break down our engine.
Dr. Lee recommends drinking red wine in moderation because it can help protect your health in several ways, especially by supporting stem cells and protecting your DNA. Red wine contains resveratrol, a strong antioxidant found in red grape skins, which helps prevent cell damage and lowers the risk of diseases like cancer and heart disease. In a study from Taipei Veterans General Hospital, 80 healthy people were given either red wine, beer, vodka, or water for 3 weeks. The people who drank half a glass of red wine each day had twice as many stem cells in their blood, which help repair damaged blood vessels. This benefit wasn't seen in those who drank beer, vodka, or water. Red wine also improved blood vessel health by 35% and increased nitric oxide, which helps blood vessels relax, speeds up healing, and activates stem cells. According to a review in the Journal of Cellular and Molecular Medicine, a study looked at how resveratrol, a compound found in red wine, can benefit heart health, especially in repairing damaged heart tissue. Researchers gave male rats resveratrol for 2 weeks before causing a heart attack to see if it would help heart stem cells, which are important for healing. The results were encouraging. Resveratrol helped increase protective proteins in the heart, which support cell survival and reduce damage. This led to a significant improvement in heart function. For instance, the heart's ability to pump blood improved from 38% to 60% after treatment. Additionally, the heart stem cells were more active, meaning they survived and multiplied better, which is crucial for repairing the heart. Overall, the study suggests that resveratrol not only helps protect heart cells, but also creates a better environment for heart stem cells to work effectively. This indicates that including resveratrol in our diet could enhance heart repair after a heart attack, highlighting its potential as a natural way to improve heart health. Dr. Lee stresses that it's important to drink red wine in moderation, as too much can actually harm your stem cells and reduce its health benefits. Studies show that up to 1 or 2 glasses a day is ideal. A large study involving over 200,000 people found that moderate red wine drinking reduced the risk of clogged arteries by 32%. So, enjoying a small amount of red wine can help protect your heart, support stem cells, and keep your DNA healthy. Sauerkraut.
It's like getting a house plant, you tend to it, and then you can actually, have it serve another function. And fermenting is literally, if you take a cabbage and you slice it up and you put some salt water on it, expose it to the air, bacteria drop out of the air and they grow on it. Over time, if you're in the right kind of cool environment, good bacteria will outgrow the bad bacteria, and then you cap it up and you stick it in the fridge or someplace cool, and it'll wind up fermenting and creating lactic acid and all this other stuff that makes sauerkraut, as an example, or makes kimchi, as an example. And, as tasty as those things are, they're also filled with good bacteria that help to replenish the gut.
Dr. Lee recommends sauerkraut because it's packed with probiotics, antioxidants, and other healthy compounds that are great for your gut, immune system, and overall health. Sauerkraut is made by fermenting thinly sliced cabbage with helpful bacteria, especially Lactobacillus plantarum, which is also found in many probiotics. Just 1 cup of sauerkraut can contain up to 5 trillion beneficial bacteria that help keep your gut healthy.
I wrote 2 books. They contain over 300 foods, and they all contain ingredients and food ingredients that are actually good for the gut microbiome. I'll tell you things that I think that you might want to call out, like pomegranates and elagitanins, kiwis, pears are a great source of dietary fiber. I generally tell people that the wisdom of the Mediterranean diet or the Asian diet is pretty much on track. So if you can find something healthy that you like, that you would cook yourself with whole foods along those genres, you're probably getting something that's good for your gut microbiome.
During fermentation, the bacteria in sauerkraut grow and change, and eventually, Lactobacillus plantarum becomes the dominant type. This bacteria is known for reducing inflammation and helping your gut function better. Sauerkraut also releases special compounds, like glucosinolates, which are broken down during fermentation into isothiocyanates, powerful cancer-fighting agents. In fact, studies show that sauerkraut has even more of these cancer-fighting compounds than raw cabbage. Sauerkraut is also high in fiber, which feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut. Eating sauerkraut regularly can help improve digestion, strengthen your immune system, and protect your body from disease. It's an easy and tasty way to boost your health naturally. According to a review in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, a study looked at how eating cabbage and sauerkraut might affect the risk of breast cancer in Polish women living in the United States. This research is important because it is the first to explore how these foods consumed during teenage years and adulthood could influence breast cancer risk. The study involved asking participants about their eating habits, specifically focusing on how much raw or lightly cooked cabbage and sauerkraut they consumed during 2 key life stages, when they were teenagers and as adults. The findings were quite promising. The study showed that women who ate a lot of raw or short-cooked cabbage and sauerkraut had a lower risk of developing breast cancer. This protective effect was consistent, meaning it didn't matter if they ate these foods a lot during their teenage years or as adults. Either way, it seemed to help reduce their risk. The researchers believe that certain compounds found in cabbage, known for their cancer-fighting properties, might be responsible for this benefit. These compounds are transformed into beneficial substances when the cabbage is prepared, which may help protect against cancer. The study discussed how these findings could influence dietary recommendations, suggesting that including more cabbage and sauerkraut in our diets could be a simple way to help lower breast cancer risk. They pointed out that this aligns with other studies that have also found a link between eating cruciferous vegetables, like cabbage, and a reduced risk of breast cancer.